Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. I am Duncannuva, and welcome to this week's stream. So today I thought I'd stream a bit of Warthunder. I did stream Dead by Daylight yesterday. So yep, but I'm currently not in the mood to stream Dead by Daylight. So I thought today we'd take out the old TBF Avenger. So, let's talk a bit about the TBF Avenger. The TBF Avenger was an American World War II, torpedo bomber. It was used by the United States Air Force, the Royal Australian Air Force, I do believe, and the Royal New Zealand Air Force. I've actually got one of the decals equipped to it, which was called Plonky. The original Plonky did serve with the Royal New Zealand Air Force. Unfortunately, the original one was shot down. And because of it, it's a bit sad, Plonky, no! So, yep. During the Battle of the Leyte Gulf, I do believe, is when it was shot down. Or somewhere around there. Anyway, moving on. So, hopefully we'll get into a match. If not, I'm going to be really sad. Normally about now I'd be able to get into a match, but again, this aircraft is quite low, but there you go. That is the nose art of the original Plonky 2. So, looks like I'm going to have to... wrong button. Hello there. How are you doing? Let's see, what aircraft do I feel like flying? We're hit by RANTS. Well, I think you need to know about the Royal New Zealand Air Force is we operated a lot of American aircraft. In fact, this P-40's actually got a Royal New Zealand aircraft skin. It's the Wairarapa Wildcat. Which was, so we'll take it out. See if we can get a kill. See if we can get a kill in this bad boy. I have that there. Now we're on preparing for Ladders of the Hokkaido, which was one of the multiple different attempts, the possible invasion of the Japanese home islands. Let me just search up where Hokkaido is. We will obviously be equipping it with bombs. Yeah, it's the most... It was the northernmost island on Japan. It's the one that's closest to Russia. Bottle of blow vodka. I am glad people don't mind that. So let's take off in the old Wairarapa Wildcat. Now I am flying the E version of the P-40. Now this is not... It's not bad, but it's not good. The P-40E... Best way to sum it up is it did well at low to mid altitude. And the reason for that is because it lacks a supercharger in its engine to fight at higher elevations. So, yeah. But this thing was equipped with 650 caliber rounds. Yep, just get Alright, back to... Sorry, I have to deal with some actual stuff. No, I don't like Star Wars the current trainer stuff. I want to do a big big announcement that you will be seeing. I am possibly going to be doing more collaboratory games with other people. Dratini Mew, who did watch me the other day, and a few others. We'll be doing games like Dead by Daylight, Among Us. Any others we can try to get ourselves to. All depends on how things are going to go and how they want to do this. It will come if we can get it all done. Basically, is all you need to know. It should be a lot of fun. There are a bunch of amazing content creators. I have I do collab with them. Well, I play Pokemon with them. You possibly will be seeing some Pokemon, live-action Pokemon games. Possibly, if I can get that all organized. All comes down to basically how we just, if we're able to get everything done. BF-19s, KO-102s, GO-87s. I actually do remember reading a report that the Germans did on the P-40. They found at low altitudes it outperformed the BF-109, even the Allies found that out. At low altitudes, it was a very dangerous aircraft. I don't think anything with a 50 cals, especially 6 of them, would be considered dangerous. Now, I do know. He's diving on me. He just knocked up all this shit. I want to get these bombs off me as quickly as humanly bloody. Yeah. Hey, hell? That's annoying, a leg spike. And unfortunately that means my plane will become crew locked. Fantastic. A lean back cap. It's mayonnaise and instrument. A lean back cap. Well, at least we did something. No, we didn't get crew locked, thank God. Yeah, I will actually go through and remove one of the customizations because we don't need it. So yeah. As you can see, the other one is called the Gloria Lines one. So that's what it looks like normally, and here's the Gloria Lines. This one was made for a person called Gloria Lines, and it made a lot of the aircraft crash. Although recently they found the aircraft that had it and was hiding in someone's shed. But yeah, all right. Do I want to take out my 7.0 lineup of American Tanky Boys? American Tanky Boys marching towards the battlefield, they're going to war. I mean, if I could be bothered to, I'd probably take out my A26C DT4 D45, and I could grind out the F84B, and I probably could actually grind out quite a bit of currency. But I'm going to take out this, and then maybe we'll do some matches in the A26 Medium Bomber. Now, the thing you need to know about the A26 Medium Bomber, damn good aircraft. It could take a beating and just a meh. Is that all? Is that all you got? Is all you got, you boo? And we're in Gagaport. I've been tempted to do one of these KR models. Because they build models that are based off that. Let me have a look. Yeah, because normally you need to put some money aside for that. It's £165, so that'd be over 200. Over 400 bucks in ZD. Shit. If I had the money, I would. The more you know. Oh, yeah. Like, what do you think is what's a controversial thing you have? Controversial topic I have for video games is that Halo 4 wasn't bad, nor was Halo 5. The problem with Halo 5 is that and this is what I'm going to talk about now for a bit, is they promised one thing, and then delivered something completely different. I remember that we were going to be given this amazing story. I was going to have Locke hunt down the Master Chief while the Master Chief was dealing with Cortana. And everybody was like, oh, this sounds awesome. I mean, the trailer said one thing, you know. And then we got what actually happened in Halo 5, and we were just kind of sitting there going, this is some joke, isn't it? This is some joke, isn't it? Please tell me that this is a joke. And it wasn't, and I was just kind of sitting there going, oh. But the multiplayer was kick-ass in it, and I still enjoy Halo 5 Guardians quite a bit to this day. Fuck your car. Now I am driving the T-29, the American prototype heavy tank. Sorry, but I'm in the art of not giving a fuck. The little scorpion! Oh, it's got cockatoo! There's a little cockatoo. Oh, mamma mia! He doesn't have cannon barrel anymore. Hey! It was my kill! I have a 105mm cannon. You're gonna see some serious shit. I am glad I was reversing when he fired. Rip the Tiger 2H. I was attacked by another tank though. Thank you.
Another zone captured, we have the advantage.
See, if you know your tank, you can actually do quite well in this game. But even knowing your tank can be quite pointless. There is a reason I say that, because unfortunately there's a lot of imbalance. As you saw, that was a World War II heavy tank. And that's at 6.7. I'm not at 6.7. In fact, I'm at 7.0. So the fact that he can beat me is quite sad, because, you know, the hell's an 88 gonna do to this thing? I mean, it can take it out quite easily if he gets a side shot. Or underneath my, my lower front plate. Rip that Whirlwindy boy. Well, we won. Alright, we've got some research down. Oh, we didn't get anything from that. Oh, that's unfortunate. Did we get anything for the workshop? Niet. Damn, that's fair. That's a problem. That's a problem. What did we attack? Oh, yeah, we attacked something earlier. We can't build anything, because we need to build more. What shall we take out now? What aircraft shall we take out now? This is a problem. What do I feel like taking out? What aircraft do I feel like flying in? See, that's the problem. I've got so many aircraft, like, what do I want to fly? What do I want to not fly? You know, stuff like that. I don't want to set the world. Yeah, right, we'll play out. No, we won't do my French. Don't do Swedish. But do the Swedish. Oh no, I know exactly what we have to fly. B-17, bombers in the sky. B-17, flying high. More importantly, we're going to be flying the B-17E. Now, let's... Alright, so there was one thing that I did want to talk about today. And that is... something that I saw on TikTok was this dude was like, oh, British locomotives are better than all types of locomotives. And there's no exception to this argument. That's like saying chocolate ice cream is superior because there's chocolate in it. Let's talk about the differences between American and British locomotives. One thing that is very different between the two is that British locomotives are actually out of the American locomotives, out of all other American locomotives, were actually rather small. The other thing is Britain had a longer time to build its rail network, whereas America did not. So we need to remember at this point in time in America's life, it had been about a few years, few decades, maybe a few centuries, since the old War of Independence that the US fought. And the last thing that the US needed to do, especially when you're recovering from a war, is start building a rail network. But America did look into building one, and it wasn't that good. That's just a bit mean, Duncannuva, don't you think? Not really. If you take a look at early American history, it's garbage. It's absolute shit. And I'm being because if you take a look at it, a lot of the early American disasters, especially rail disasters, were because of how inadequate the tracks were. Literally, because the tracks would move occasionally. The other big difference between America and Britain is America has a lot more unforgiving terrain. And, well, let me say this. If I was to build a locomotive railway network, who do I have with me? Ooh, PE. A Halifax. Oh man, that's Halifax. Yes. So there's one big thing. So let's first of all take a look at the first big instance. American trains were designed to better suit the American economy. So this means that that America needed big, heavy locomotives. So America built big, heavy locomotives. The second big thing between American and British locomotives is British locomotives are not designed for anywhere else in the world. Each country has a standard rail gauge. New Zealand's is different to Australia. Australia's is different to Africa. Africa's is different to India. India's different to Canada. Canada's is different to Britain's. Use those as an example because they are all British colonies. So do going for that base looks like he is, yes. We will go for the space over here. Oh, 264. Guns to the forwards. It's gun shipping time. Oh, we did hit him. I have a top gunner! Another 262. I should deal with this. Here he is. There's the other one over there. That's... Oh, BF-109, that's fantastic. Yeah, he's straight up climbing. I don't know if he's going for me or if he's... Oh, that P-40's 20 miles, 20k out. Or he's going for someone else. £2,000 away. We'll head to the cloud cover and climb down to the base. Yeah, there's the Halifax. The Halifax is still alive, holy crap. Though I do have an A6M. Really? Wow. Disappointing. I saw an A6M icon. Nick Minute breaks down the McDonald's one, supposedly so. I have an aircraft after me. Yep, sure the best. Who is it? So that TA-154 had actually, know about the German Mosquito, which is spelled with a K, by the way. Is it was a very good aircraft. It was a fast interceptor, the TA-154. It had a decent armament. It had actually a really good offensive armament. Two 20mm and two 30mm cannons. It was the perfect bomber hunter. The problem is the glue that the Germans were using. Definitely lower speed. We don't want to rip our wings off. I've done that before. Ooh, the Chinese B-51 just got taken out, which would mean it would be the Taiwanese B-51. So let's talk about the different planes used by the different sides of the Chinese Civil War. China had a bit of a sad thing, is Taiwan and China will never get along. the Republicans, or the Republic of China, used American aircraft and British aircraft. The Communists used Soviet aircraft. Just turn the engines off. Malware is essentially a very large glider. And eventually the Chinese, the communists, would use a lot of would even reverse engineer a lot of the Soviet technology. Oh, I didn't leave enough room, did I? Yeah, I didn't leave enough room. To re-come around and land. Good morning, USA. It's gonna be a wonderful freaking day. I have a bomber. I'm gonna bomb you. You want to destroy all of the things. Do 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 do. You think you can destroy the US of A. He's in a B-17. Frankly, if I could choose like one aircraft from the entirety of the Second World War, I'd actually not choose any of the American aircraft. I think they're all boring. If I actually had to pick any, I'd probably go for one of the Italian ones. I'm not going to get a second chance at this. No.
Let's keep the pressure on. Victory is close.
We'll have to take off and redo that. I am thankfully, however, in a very large, non-snowy field. Gear us forward. Flaps are down. I've cut the air speed. That Halifax was able to get in one because that Halifax is... Oh, he crash landed.
Victory will surely be ours.
Don't Jingles land, don't Jingles land. Didn't Jingles land. There he goes. The British nighttime bomber. The Virgin British nighttime bomber versus the Chad American bomber. I took up less runway than he did. But then again, he has one thing over me. He didn't need to have a 3 times landing. Now did he? I'm gonna hit that secondary base. Another P-47 Lightning has fallen to the prey of that TA-154. That TA-154 is doing really well. We have 2 bombers, 2 fighters left. The enemy team have 4 aircraft left, one of which is a bomber interceptor. The other big problem is because I am a B-17, more importantly I'm a B-17E, I don't have a lot of guns. In fact, I have a lot less survivability than that guy there does. That guy up there does. Oh, and to make things worse, I've only got 2,000 pounds of bombs. I can hit one base. I do want to eventually get more Star Wars things, but I'm going to wait till I've moved out of my house before I do. I'm sitting with number 5. Definitely 5. Can you guys stop destroying the ground targets? No, that is what we are supposed to be doing. So we get more time, please. At least he asked. But I'm still bugging. I could be a dick and just bomb. It's ghastly. Oh, well, they both. Uh-oh. I hate people who do that. See, the thing I hate about Warthunder, especially what they did with the bombers, is they didn't update where they modified the bombers thing. Now the B-17 could have shrugged off that round burst, especially the wing flaps. I'm a fully upgraded B-17. But that aircraft just disintegrated me like that, and I was like, oh, you actually, how do you know that? Because data shows. And with an aircraft like that, it would have disintegrated long before it hit me. Ouch. But yeah, I can't do anything. Gaijin don't listen to us. Like, nah, we're not going to do anything, you know. Now, I could take out my, P-47 N5, F-15, except I don't like them. Let me see. What do I feel like driving after that? I just kind of want to be easy. Alrighty then, I think that's actually a bit enough for tonight. Thank you guys so much for watching, Duncannuva, since you want to be around. I'll catch you next time. Next time, I possibly will be playing with friends. Damn it.